Good evening, everyone. This is Myth and Gears, and we're back live to do part 2 of Pequod, our Mecha hack game. Show all the books, everyone. And we... Lovely books all over the place. And before we get started, I'm going to throw it to the players and have them introduce themselves, their character that they're playing tonight, and anything else that they would like to plug. And we will start with Jeremy.
You would start with me over here, all distracted. Hello, everybody. I am Jeremy. I have a YouTube channel. It's called the Erasmus Expeditions. I do a lot of live plays, including some of Mecha Hack. I love this system a lot, and I've run two games, I think, with it, and I plan on doing more in the future. It's lots and lots of fun. So I am very excited to be getting back into this. I also am 1/3 of the Dudes of Yore podcast with my buddy Chad Knick he's on the bottom of my screen, and our friend Jeff Doty. Hopefully that will be making a triumphant return sometime soonish in the future. I'm very much looking forward to that. So tonight I'm going to be stepping back into, actually it'll be the first time that I step into the mech suit of Gregor Kelvin. He is a maverick striker, and I'm looking forward to shooting crabs or chitters or whatever else Karen decides to throw at us. So happy to be here.
Happy to have you. Next, we have Joe.
Hello, I'm still Joe, still the keeper of the 1-foot wall, and tonight I'm still playing Belle. God damn it! There is no call sign for the mech. It's just Belle. Put the tools back where you damn found them. Thank you.
Next, we have Baron.
What's up, everyone? I'm Baron. I am keeping the golden touch as I step back into the mech suit of Vance Gladderbilt, the Midas lands. I'm here to make money and, well, be the best goddamn pilot this crew's ever seen, because someone's got to be.
Next, we have Chad.
Hi, guys. My name is Chad. I have a little-known YouTube channel out there by my name, and that is YouTube and Chad Knick, Knick. Go look at it. Go check it out. There are games on there. I'd like to play more of them on there. I play on other people's channels more often than I play on my own. Also, I am 1/3 of the Dudes of Yore. Yeah, because I couldn't remember it for a minute. No, we're good. And also, another plug really quickly, I am playing in a Curse of Strahd campaign right now over at Check for Traps, which is also on Mini Terrain domain, because that's where we're playing it from. So every Friday night you can check me out over there. I play a cleric of Kelvin over there, and I'm very, very excited to see where that campaign goes. For tonight, I am playing a Grayson Crawford Azure Raptor, and I'm really excited to get back into kicking ass, taking names, and just playing Mecha Hack. This is awesome, Karen. I can't wait.
Thank you, Chad. And last but not least, we have Paul.
Hi, everyone. My name is Paul. I'm also known on YouTube as The Raven Rolls. Just a few games there, nothing spectacular, but still fun games. I am playing Alec Warrick, also known as Bear. He goes by the call sign Deliberate Ethos, also known as Deth. And playing a Vanguard Titan. A Vanguard is it Jeremy? You made it? Jeremy created it, but it is a fun archetype, especially going with this chassis. Titan chassis, which is just this big monster of a mech. And hopefully my dice realize we're not playing D&D this time and will actually roll low instead of high. So I might actually do stuff, but except for Chad's character, everyone survived, even though I think 2 of them were on the ship and 1 of them wasn't nearby. But still, I'm doing my job mostly.
Yes, may the dice be in your favor tonight. And with that, we will begin. Last time, this intrepid crew journeyed through the contested zone, trying to keep a low profile as they dodged scanners and tried to make it through without the chitter noticing. But unfortunately for them, they were spotted and were attacked. Luckily, before their ship was blown to smithereens, they managed to fix their hyperdrive and got the heck out of Dodge. And to find themselves immediately in an asteroid field, where they managed to relatively easily secure some fisher crabs and one mighty big one. And that is where we're going to start off. You guys have spent the good part of the day before gathering up all the little bits and pieces of those fisher crabs that you managed to hunt down. What is everyone doing?
I think Vance is kind of kicking back in the food lounge area. I'm still kind of reminiscing about the noodles I didn't get to finish, and kind of looking around at our relatively empty mess hall here, and thinking what I could probably cook up.
I think Gregor kind of wanders by where Vance is in this kitchen kind of preparing things, and he says, he kind of walks past the door and then stops and kind of walks back a couple of steps. Oh, you're completely out of ramen, by the way.
I know.
It's Belle's fault. And he kind of knocks on the edge of the door and then wanders off.
You'd hear the feet kind of slam on the grating of the floor and then run to the door. I know goddamn well it wasn't just Belle's fault, Gregor.
That's true. That's true.
Froth on your shirt.
Bear ate a lot.
Fucking kicks the door. Bear ate a lot.
I think Belle has finally collected all the tools and put them back where they belong on their traced out patterns on the wall, everything in its place. And I think he's probably on his way down into the main suit storage to see what tinkering needs to be done to patch any of those suits up to make sure they're tip top. And I think mostly he's just happy at all the pay dirt that's sitting in that hole, just waiting to get sold off. All those delicious crabs. Although the money tastes better if you don't think about it. Still can't find his 10mm socket.
I think that at this time, Grayson would probably be down in the mech room, right? Like the mech hold. He's looking over his suit, kind of just kicking himself that he allowed this chitter to even get close enough to him to take any sort of damage. Shit. That ain't gonna buff out easy. Belle, get over here.
Yep. Belle steps through the door, almost on cue. Yeah. If it's fixed, I touched it. If it's broke, it wasn't me. What's going on down here? How's Raptor looking?
Well, let's see. That was more of a fight than I thought we'd have, for sure. But how do you think it looks? You think you can buff that thing out?
Oh,
Any
hell yeah.
structural damage?
Not when I'm done with her. I didn't buff anything out. Yeah, it might need a couple extra parts, but should be right as rain.
Don't take it off of my mech. You hear from inside of Deth.
I'm surprised there's anything left of you, Bear. Literally, they took so much off of you.
I'm tougher than I look, and I look pretty tough. And Deth can take it. Though I don't know about Death Blossom here. I'm gonna have to fix this gun up. I don't know. It seemed to be malfunctioning. It was worked better as a big giant club.
Well, you keep using it like a club, of course you're going to mess up some firing pins or the radius of that chamber. You can just... the right tool for the right job. That is not a hammer.
Well,
it's not a hammer.
Were you trying to fix it the other last week? Told you not to touch my stuff.
It'd have fired right if I touched it.
I doubt that. I seem to be a better mechanic than you sometimes.
I think over the PA you'd hear, "Hey, Belle, just cooking up some food here. Gotta say, the targeting on Midas Lance, perfect. Fucking blew those chitters, or not the chitters, those crabs out of the air, my man. Good work. Thanks."
You got it, Midas. You see that, Bear? That's what happens when you let a professional do the professional job. Stop messing with your own gear.
Well, I don't see any professionals here, so I don't know. Maybe we'll find one in dry dock.
Oh my God, but the three of you just shut the hell up. Do you hear yourselves? You were full-grown ass men, and I have to deal with this. This is why we never get shit done. Now,
yeah, the commander's very, very touchy. He's been through a tough time. He got his favorite chess piece all scratched to hell and back again. So you best not pick on him. And he kind of slaps him on the shoulder.
Dinner's done.
20-1, it's crab again. I'll get that armor plates fixed up there, Grayson. You be sure of that, boss.
All right.
That's what I'm here for.
Good. Shit. He's so embarrassed and so like frustrated. He wants to just get so angry, but I'm gonna go to the mess hall. I'm gonna eat me some food. When I'm done, that better be nice. And you, looking over at Gregor, you better be ready to mount up because I'm gonna take your ass outside. You understand?
I mean, if you really feel like it, Cap, then we can do that. But I'm gonna eat first. I'm hungry.
I'm gonna need you.
Well, can I eat
outside
first? Now?
No. Go to the mess hall before I punch you in the face.
Scratch your damn chest up.
Oh, come on, ladies. You're both pretty. Let's go get some grub.
Belle, you have any idea why I found your socket wrench inside my mech here?
Is that my 10mm?
Yeah, what is it doing in here?
SOB. I don't know. Why didn't you put it back? Every tool in its place.
I don't touch
That's
it.
Probably
Those
why
got my own.
Malfunction, Belle. That's probably why you malfunction, Bear.
Dropped a 10 millimeter right in your rifle. That's what happened. Should have let me fix it.
Mine here has a bigger handle for the extra torque. I don't need your little tiny 10 millimeter socket wrench. Here, toss it over.
It's not about size. It's about ability to use the tools. Belle cleans off rubs it off, uses his shirt, checks the whole wrench. All right. Thank God you didn't break it like your gun. And Belle heads on out to the, well, first he has to stop in engineering to make sure it's hung in the right place and the socket goes back where it goes. And then he heads to the mess hall.
In the mess hall, Vance is like got his like apron on, and it's like kiss the cook. Fucking, he's like slinging out each dish, and it like slides perfectly to the edge of this like circle fucking table. Like I imagine that's just like a pole stuck into the fucking floor, and like a flat surface. Well, boys, I think I outdid myself with this one. We got crab with some noodles.
Where the hell did you find noodles, Vance? I thought we were out of ramen.
Just eat them.
You don't know he had another stash down in
Shut
Cargo
up!
Bay.
God damn it! Does no man have his kingdom on this ship? Y'all a bunch of thieves, thieving ramen eaters.
Well, I'm not going to be shy. He grabs his plate and kind of starts digging in, just like shoveling the food into his face without like even tasting it.
Can I roll a check to see if it tastes good?
Yeah, sure. That'd be, let's say, presence.
Okay, yeah, that's about right. 7/16. This tastes fucking great. I found some of the space hooch that Belle was bringing along and used it to marinate in the crab for a couple days, and well, gotta say it's the best I've done yet.
It's pretty good.
Noodles are delicious. There is nobody that I know that can add water and flavor packets to noodles the way you can, Midas. It's absolutely delicious. This crab is pretty good too. Is that
family touch?
What is that I taste? Is there turpentine in this? You get into my private stash?
Maybe. It tastes pretty good though.
Damn right it does. Don't worry about that turpentine. It's just for the color.
Hey man, eats the same.
This entire time, Claw has been sitting at the table. His bowl of ramen slides up to him. He says nothing. He's just listening to you idiots just ramble on about the differences of ramen. You know, as I sit here and fill my belly, I don't know if any of you saw what I saw. From my vantage point, looks like there was more of a score to be made out there. Any of y'all see that? Because I sure as hell did.
I did. Aren't we just selling this lot off and heading back? There's a whole lot of that ore out there still.
Well, Belle, how much can we fit? You think we got enough in the cargo that we can afford a trip with a bunch of ore on top of it?
I don't see why not. I mean, we can pack this puppy to the gills. I mean, 0G, weight's not really a limit. As long as we offload before we hit Atmo, we should be fine.
Might be able to drag something behind us too. I don't know. With the cables there.
Yeah, your gun and their big ass mech bear.
Hey,
It takes up half the cargo hold.
Hey. If I wasn't there, you probably would have been a lot more hurt than you were. Oh, see, you didn't even get touched. I'm doing my job.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing I didn't get touched. I had one hand on my retractor cable the whole damn time because your gun was taking up one slot. Captain, I think we should talk about this. That is horrifically against regulation.
Gregor,
His gun gets a hook and I don't.
Gregor finishes his plate. You got any more, Vance? I mean, if we're trying to make room in the hole and all, then
He slides you over his plate. I'm being serious here, man. I gotta hold on to the goddamn rope.
Suppose I can make some more clips.
Please? I'm tired of fucking dangling by a fucking thread out there. Give me a hook.
We have 6 of them. Let's fix the other 2. Let's get the engineer on that.
Let's sell some of these bigger pieces of junk. And we can get some nice Vanderbilt or Gladderbilt quality mechs in there, man.
Oh, how about your mech? Well, we can sell that.
Gregor, what was the kill count from that last encounter?
you know, I didn't really keep track. To tell you the truth,
Didn't have to because I took care of it.
I do believe that there was quite a bit of fancy shooting on my part from the big ass cannon on this here ship, if I do recall correctly. Vance.
They'll still just count as one.
Well, not whenever I'm saving the captain's ass. It doesn't.
Well, if that's the case, then bear should count for 2 because it's twice as much ass.
Vance, do you do anything other than cook and run your mouth?
Yeah, I shoot shit. That's what I'm saying. I just want a fucking hook so when I shoot shit and I need to leave, I can pull the hook and I'm out of there.
All right. I'll go fix it. I'll make sure it's done right. I'll fix your hook.
Man after my own heart. That's all I'm looking for here, fellas.
Are y'all done yet? I swear, the 2 of you, and he looks to Gregor and Vance, the 2 of you argue more than my children.
I thought we were.
And there you practically are, you asshole.
Oh, the apple don't fall far from
You
the
shouldn't
tree.
talk about my little brother and sister that way, Captain.
Captain, are you going to finish yours?
Actually, if you're not going to eat that, I want some of that. I shouldn't have gave you mine.
I'm done.
What? You mean there's no seconds?
No.
Seconds?
No.
How much fucking noodles do you think a package of ramen makes here, pal?
You could have made some crab cakes or something to go with it.
You're right. I'm going to butter up some dust and we'll fucking...
I am on a derelict ship with a bunch of idiots. That's what I am. Why did I choose you? Why did I choose you as my crew? I don't know. Maybe I thought, hey, these young boys need a job. Maybe I thought, hey, I might be able to get some
Well, I got stuff to do.
fellas who actually want to do some shit.
Just leaves the room.
Don't you leave me while I'm in the middle of talking, you son of a bitch.
You said there was stuff to do. I was going to get you on that. You said suit up and get outside. So
Just leave I'll be right there.
I mean, I know what you're going to say. You said it 100 times. I've already said it all in my head.
You want me to give you my badge? Is that what you want me to do?
Hell no.
Does your patch say Captain? Commander? Does it say that on there?
No, it doesn't.
Hey, can we get badges too?
Damn right,
little
it
patches.
doesn't, as long as
Mine says Vance.
I don't know, did you?
Well, I get one that says best engineer or something, you know.
I don't even have a uniform.
To be honest, I haven't washed my underwear since we left.
So that's what that smell was. I thought it was your
Yeah,
cooking.
it's your piloting skills there, Bear.
So, yeah, I'm gonna go.
Oh, yep. I'm a leave too. Belle, once you're done eating, go help Bear get whatever Vance wants, that hook, son of a bitch, get it done. And then when we're done with all of this bullshittery that you guys decide you want to do, and y'all are ready to actually get down to work, meet me in the holding bay and let's get flying. All right?
That sounds like a plan.
Aye, Commander.
You assholes staying on the ship this time.
Yeah, I'll follow up out in the zero G. Makes my hip act up, but be just fine.
Yeah, over the PA system, Gregor says, "Yeah, I'll be out there. I'll be out there, Captain. But I don't know if you're going to want to go out in that suit of yours. It's pretty banged up."
You're not taking mine.
I only got 2 hands. Am I on the winches and hooks, or am I patching up Raptor? I can't rightly do both.
Go ahead and patch up the hooks. I'll stay behind this time.
You got it, Cap. Hooks first, Raptor after.
Yep.
Yeah, so Belle goes straight to the winches and hooks.
So what? You don't want me to do it anymore? You want me to go out?
Is your neck suitable?
I fixed it. I wasn't waiting for Belle to do it.
If you think you can go out and handle it there, then you handle it.
I think I figured out what was wrong with the gun. Someone left his socket wrench in here when he was tinkering with my mech.
Now, don't go blaming others for your, blind eye. Okay? Just because you turn a blind eye to the fact that something's in your mech, that's your fault. Don't be blaming others for your negligence.
You're right. I got to get a better lock on this hatch here.
Yep. All right, boys. You got your mission. I will stay on the ship for now. Belle, you get that hook ready. 4 of you guys will fly as soon as we get over there. Sound good?
I think there's suddenly like this loud noise as Gregor in his mech, in T-Hex, kind of jumps out from kind of hiding, and he's holding up like the upper half of that crab creature that we faced, kind of right in front of Grayson.
Oh, shit! God damn it!
He kind of tosses it off to the side.
That's what shell shock looks like.
Hey, Gregor, if you pull the thing in its claw, the arm moves.
Y'all a bunch of assholes. I should just take the damn gun and just send y'all out into space, no suits, no mechs, and just let y'all suck on goddamn nothing.
Oh, you would miss us too much.
Oh, yeah, as y'all turn into a bunch of icicles out there. You think I'm gonna miss you?
I was married once. The cold void of space does not scare me, sir.
Hey, man, don't talk about my girlfriend that way.
I'm on hook 3. He like jumps like out the back of the ship.
None of y'all are listening to me. Nobody is even paying attention to me. The hell is this about? Oh, might as well get yourself a ship, Claw. Might as well go out there and do your own business. Who damn cares what you do? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter even what you say. Punch somebody in the face. Doesn't matter. Nobody's going to take you seriously anymore. I'm done. Y'all do what you got to do.
Did you say something, Midas? What's going on? And then Belle goes back out the door, heading down to the cobs.
All right, so I hook up 2 hooks to my mech, and one to my mech, one to my gun, and I'll head out as well, following T-Hex.
Just realized I said comms, not comms, going to the winches to fix the winches.
Well, it sounds like we need to fix them too.
Belle, you can give me a system check.
All right, I hope I can. Or at least I can. I hope I make it. All right. 12 under 14. Yes. Success.
Yeah, so you have no problem fixing those hooks and winches. Just a little bit of time is all you needed. Time to get to it.
Nice. All right, hooks are a go, Cap.
All right, you hear that, Vance? You got yourself your damn hook. Now let's see if you can actually shoot when you got a hook to hold. You shut up. Never mind. I ain't got time for this bullshit.
Belle, you're OSHA certified, right?
What's OSHA?
The Space Federation of Galactic Standards in the fucking workplace, Belle. Jesus Christ. What kind of backwoods operation is this? The Gladderbelts would not.
I'm pretty sure Belle only uses duct tape to hold everything together, man. We're barely holding on.
How many rolls did you use? 3?
Baling wire works just as good. Little tougher. I spray painted your hook gold. Can't miss it.
All right. You were driving me a little nutty there a second ago, but god damn if you don't know what I like. And I would hop into my cockpit and drop out.
So is it just the 3 of you going out?
So the way I understood it is that I would stay on the ship, and then the 4 of them are going to drop to do this drop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have any of you mined Ouroborite before?
Well, I've visited half a dozen mining operations with Dad, but worked on one not a day in my goddamn life.
Yeah, Belle has not. Belle has not.
I rolled randomly and no. This is the first time that Gregor's done it.
You know what? I can't remember. I'll go random as well. He may have done a little bit. No mining on an asteroid, but he might have done a little bit on planet.
What would we be rolling? Because I can't. Apparently, I can't talk tonight, guys. I'm just gonna give up.
I was just doing a 50-50.
What would we be rolling? Oh yeah, 50-50.
That's just what I was doing.
Okay, odds or evens? Because if it's evens, Karen, I got a 4, which would mean, If it's odds, I don't know. I feel like he probably doesn't. He's more of a pilot than anything. He probably doesn't know about the mining. But let me check, because I could be wrong. Just making sure that I didn't put something else somewhere. Yeah. Nope. he probably wouldn't either. We're just a bunch of top men, gentlemen. We're top men.
Guys are more of a hunters than miners, so I'm getting that vibe from you right now. Bear, you've had some experience, or at least if you haven't done it yourself, you've actually at least heard about it. And you know that mining orberite is extremely difficult. The ore itself is highly volatile, as you guys have found out when you were on the asteroid previously. Wrong move and it explodes. So you know you're going to have to be careful when you go in to try to mine this. The other thing that you would know, Bear, is that you can't just chop into it, because that's how the explosions, it will literally blow up in your face. They use reverberating blades, and you must make sure that you follow the fracture lines. It's kind of like cutting crystal. You want to follow the fracture lines without jarring it too much. So I'll let you guys give me what you want to do.
Do we have blades on our mechs, or is it more personal? So for just for the pilot to have a blade? How does that?
I would think because of you guys, you're not completely new to this whole mining and harvesting gig. So you probably have the equipment on your ship. Whether you've used it before, we've just determined that no, you probably haven't, but you have the stuff there.
We got a good deal on it before we left.
There you go.
So you said it's so it's mech sized equipment?
Yeah, it would be I would say a light weapon kind of size.
Yeah, Belle fires up his old industrial-looking mech that he rebuilt out of a old recon chassis, and picked it specifically for the hard points. Light on its feet, maneuverable, able to get into all parts externally on the engine. So he fires that thing up, looks up out of the suit at the flashing yellow industrial construction light. Kind of thankful for that, knowing that if something happens, he'll be able to be found. Because he's not such a big fan of zero-G or of open space. It's just so damn open. But yeah, he makes his way, grabs up the gear he needs, clips in, and hops on out. All right. Point me to what we're cutting.
I think instinctually, just as per my job description, Midas Lance maneuvers with its right arm, more the standard humanoid shape, kind of positioning himself on a chunk of orborite or meteor that would be overlooking our target here. To get a vantage point, I think when we land, we have to roll.
Yeah, so you've got the huge asteroid that you've punched a hole into, that you saw that inside was filled with orborite. And Vance, you would know this probably because of your family. Orborite is one of the most highly sought after and most expensive I'm getting Chad's problem here.
Building material?
No, it's more of just kind of I want to say it's more along the lines of gold, etc.
Like a luxury item?
Yeah, thank you. It is only the wealthy can afford it. And they don't actually, in its raw form, which is what it's in the asteroid, they don't use that, but in a processed form, it's taken back and it is somehow powdered. None of you know how that is done, but this powder is added to like a tonic, which is then drank, and it's called ambrosia on the market. And the wealthy absolutely love it. It is deemed to it is believed to have longevity properties, so it's like a rejuvenating serum almost, and therefore will command top dollar if you can bring in some ore to be processed.
So Gregor's mech, Tenacious Hex, is this kind of short, squat mech, and it doesn't actually have arms in the way that a lot of the traditional mechs do. The hard points where its arms would connect have been kind of replaced. On the left-hand side is this twin kind of matching machine gun that bolts on, and on the other side is a missile array that is used to kind of launch out whenever he needs it. But he has these small like appendages that are basically just like little pincers that kind of fold up underneath the cockpit where he sits in the middle, and so he's able to kind of manipulate things. Yeah, almost like a T-Rex. And so he's got these kind of out with this blade in them, and he's kind of jettisoning away from the Pequod, kind of looking for a place to kind of land and begin this vibro cutting. So we want to stand on the outside of this giant explosive space rock in order to cut it into pieces that we can take back with us. Am I correct in my thinking?
I would imagine so. Yeah. Here, let me take a look, and he'll pull up from the. So by now, Claw has made his way to the bridge, the main cabin, and he will look at the viewport and kind of see, so he can kind of get a visual of where they are, and then look on the radar to see where they're kind of floating, and see if he can find like exactly where these pockets of orberite are sitting in the asteroid field.
Excuse me as I die here. When you look on your radar shield, your radar screens, excuse me, sorry. The orberite is on the inside of the asteroid. Sorry, what?
Okay, so with that, then any place that they land on would still be safe, right? So like, are there pockets of orberite that are kind of like sticking out visible from the space?
Yeah, no. So what you've probably determined from looking at this, like especially like this huge asteroid, the one that you've opened up, is that there's this hard rocky outer shell, and the orberite is on the inside. So to get at it, you'd have to go into it. Also, now knowing how volatile the actual rocks are, if you do land on it, you will have advantage for the landing check, because you already know how you need to land softly.
All right, boys. Tiptoe through the tulips, drop on that asteroid as quietly as possible, and let's start raking in money.
Yeah, and there is a huge hole already on the big one, on the huge asteroid.
Right, the big one. Yeah.
Would I be able to do scans for life signs?
Give me a systems check. And what are you scanning in particular?
Primarily for those crab things.
Like you're scanning the huge asteroid?
Yes, where we're primarily going to be mining, and yeah, we'll start off with that.
Okay, give me a systems check.
Ooh, that's good for D&D. 17. Nope, failed.
You don't see any signs of life.
All right, Commander, looks all clear over here. I think we're ready to. T-Hex, you're ready to land.
All right, incoming. So you need a mobility test?
Yeah, and you can take advantage on this.
Advantage. Excellent. Okay, I need the lower of the two. That's a 14 out of 16. So I should be good.
Yeah, so you land, maybe the ground crumbles a little bit beneath your feet, but it's solid and you land softly.
How thick is the crust, give or take?
Probably a couple of feet at least.
Okay.
Probably thicker in some places. The thinner spots are, probably still a couple of feet thick.
So it's thick enough that we could shoot in like a spike or a eye hook or something to be able to attach these cables to reel the pieces in, kind of thing.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
You know what would crack me up? So we found all these crabs, and that great big old one here. They were running around in these caves. It would just crack me up if this mineral was actually just, I don't know, feces, and all these rich people were just drinking poop, like that fancy expensive coffee. That would really tickle me quite a whole lot. All right, coming in.
As long as they're paying for it, who cares?
Yeah, and Belle's hitching in for a landing, but I'm going to self-nerf and not take advantage because he has not actually been on this yet. So this could be dangerous. He stayed on the boat last time. Nope, I'm safe. That's under mobility, right? I rolled a 6, so it's out of a 13.
Yes, you're light on your feet. Just normally. Perfect. Bear or Vance?
I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't land, but
Yeah, I'm landing on like a meteor that overlooked the.
A smaller one, yeah.
Yeah. No, we're good. 6 over 17.
Oh yeah, so you make it look good.
I make everything look good, baby.
So Bear, you're not landing? Is that?
I don't think I want to, even with advantage. I think I'm gonna stay close to them. So if they, even though I didn't find any life signs, I'm back up basically. So I have to be able to get close to anyone who needs help, primarily Belle and Gregor. So I'll stay near the two of them.
Alrighty then. Belle and Gregor, you have landed. What are you guys doing? There's the big, for lack of better, cave in, probably just off to your left, 6 or whatever.
I think Belle would be heading there, seeing just the large deposits inside. I think not knowing any better, he's just like, yeah, that's the stuff we want. All that pretty stuff inside. So I think he's going to the edge and kind of letting the little aid from kind of jump jets or whatever, or not jump jets, but little like thruster movement to kind of start dropping in, looking for a nice, good, easy to follow vein since he's not 100% sure what he's doing. I guess scanning or sight looking for the most or the easiest accessible deposit of ore, kind of just inside the cavern or the cave in for Belle.
So at this point, do you have any headlights on your mech on, or are you relying on the ambient light from the ship?
At the moment, he's just got his yellow flasher, like the crew vehicle, like you see on streets or whatever. He's just got the round spinning yellow flash.
Kind of going through, spinning.
Yeah, just wink, wink, wink.
So every time,
you should probably turn some more lights on, but at the moment, that's it.
so every time it pulsates, like it as it kind of spins, it catches. Like you've entered this like almost a cave filled with like crystals all over. The walls are literally crystal, and as your light kind of spins around the area, it glints off of all of this, the walls, kind of lighting them up immediately. And you can see as the light goes away from them, they glow for a bit before they go out. So it's kind of like the reaction is a little bit slow. Like they'll brighten as the light comes by and they'll stay bright before they dim. And there's all sorts of different colors. There's yellow, green, blue, red hints in these crystals.
Man, I think he's definitely gonna flip on the floodlights. Y'all are not gonna believe this. It's like looking at broken pieces of a rainbow or something stuck all on the walls. This is goddamn amazing. I've never seen something so pretty. I'm almost speechless. Almost. Y'all should get down in here and look at this.
Now, Karen, is there a way for, say, Claw to look at their overhead HUDs from the ship? So that way, if something does happen, I could see a visual?
Yeah, sure. Let's make that happen.
Okay, what would I need to do to turn that on?
I'm just going to say you can turn that on. And so you've got all of their HUDs displayed, unless they choose. Yeah, unless they choose
to hide it from me. Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Hex. What we say about that? Don't you go dark on me now.
I think Gregor has kind of come over to beside Belle to kind of look over this like chasm-like crater where this rock was almost blown in half. And yeah, he just kind of lets out a, well, that's what money looks like, Belle.
I don't think I can count as high as the value of what we are looking at right now.
So he kind of holds this sword out and kind of starts up the blade. We just start cutting, right, Captain?
I've never done this before, neither of you, so it's going to be a hell of a thing if y'all blow yourselves up, but hopefully that doesn't happen, right? Well, nice and gentle.
Next time we get mining for dummies.
We didn't come all this way to stay pretty.
Yep.
He just kind of like jams the sword down kind of next to the edge.
Hey, jab, don't punch. Jab.
Thought you said we didn't know what we were doing.
I know how to box. Don't punch things like an idiot.
I'll punch you with
jab
a sword.
it.
What?
You jab it, and then.
Am I doing it right now?
Well, I would hope so. Let me look. Man, son of a bitch.
Punch, jab. We got swords down here.
I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Yeah, you lost me.
Yeah, I'm an old man, and y'all is just a bunch of wonderful little children. That's how it works, right? Let's see. Yep. No, it looks like you're doing it good. As long as it doesn't explode on you, I think you're all right. Keep going.
Would you like for me to roll something, Karen?
I sure would. Okay, so you're going from the outside, right? You're standing on the outer.
Yes,
And
I
you're-
definitely do not want to stand inside the thing of explosive crystals.
The aura of glistening.
Okay, so
Glitter
you're
pin.
going to have to make me a mobility check.
Okay.
Okay. You're at disadvantage because you've never done this before.
Excellent.
And I also want you to roll me a d4.
And a D4. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Disadvantage is going to be a 16. And my mobility is a 16. So it is a miss. And a 1 on the D4.
Okay. So as you are jamming your the reverberating blade through into the ground, you all of a sudden it changes, like the resistance changes. You know you're no longer in the crust, and you punch through into probably the orberite itself a little bit too hard, and as you do, you are flung backwards. Yeah, you can make me another mobility check to see if you leave the blade in the ground or if you take it with you.
Another 16. So tied is a fail.
Okay, so you leave the blade in the ground and you fly back as this thing kind of explodes in your face with this force.
Oh, shit. Is that damage or?
No,
Okay.
No.
So I don't take any damage?
you do not. You are just flung
Okay.
backwards. Belle and Bear, what are you doing? You were right beside him, and Bear, you are, I guess, probably above them.
So it'd be more near or further. Like I guess I'm not close to him, right?
No, you would probably be near to them, and Belle, you would have been close.
All right. Well, I know we're tethered, so he's not going to go dangerously anywhere bad. But I think Belle's just kind of looking down at his blade, looking at the blade stuck in the rock, looking back where Hex went flying, looks back at the ground, looks at his blade. Are you sure this is such a good idea, Cap? You all right up there, Hex?
Well, Bill, we got to try.
I'm good at try. I'm good at try. I'm going to go in nice and gentle like. You all right up there, Hex?
Don't jab! Don't jab!
All right. And, yeah, I think Belle is going to try and go in nice and soft, like scraping at the rock in between the crystals.
All right.
Okay.
Just before Belle starts, I am going to extend my shields to encompass his mech as well. It's energy shield. As a use action, choose yourself or another close or near mech. Roll the reactor die. And you're not supposed to roll high, or you are. Roll a 6 on the d6. That's good.
Yeah.
So my reactor die doesn't go down.
Yeah, 1 or 2 on a reactor die is
Okay.
bad.
Okay, that's good. So at any point before the start of your next turn, you may roll a d4 and reduce incoming damage. So I just basically extended my shields around here. I have an energy shield, suppose. Okay.
All right, cool. Hopefully I don't mess this up.
All right, Belle, you can give me a mobility check. Because you're going in and you're trying to do it carefully, I'm going to say you're not at disadvantage for not having done this before. So you just get a regular roll.
Cool. Oh, that's no good anyway. I rolled a 17 out of mobility 13. Slip.
I need you to roll me a d4 as well, please.
Okay. Corner. I rolled a 3.
Okay. So as you're trying to carve slowly into this, it's almost like there was a pocket of something or loose. The ground was a little softer or whatever, and it wasn't quite as you're expecting, and your blade got away from you and kind of dug in really deep. And as it punched through, this almost like a corrosive gas shot out from the hole that you're at. And you're going to take 3 points of damage as this corrosive gas acid
I guess
kind of hits your suit.
roll that d4 to see if my shield prevents it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do I roll that, or do you roll that on your shield?
Yep, you do. It's on your
This is like a straight damage soak. Right.
It looks reduce incoming damage by whatever you roll on the
by
d4.
Okay, I reduce it by 1. I'll take it. All right, so that's 2 damage. Oh hell! This thing's angry. It's hissing.
All right, you guys step back. I'll try this. We'll just step back.
Already stepped back.
This was a dumbass idea. I regret it entirely.
Well, it was your idea.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm a dumbass. I'm admitting it now before the rest of y'all get back to this ship. That's the only time you will ever hear me say this, so enjoy it while you got it.
I recorded it.
Thanks, Hex. Wonderful.
Thank God you got it, Hex. I was pissing myself because I didn't have my finger on the button.
All right, so I'm going to try to land. You said advantage, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Belle, you're leaving? Moving out of the way? You're going to stay down there?
Belle's staying down. He is excited about all of the money he is standing around. Just gotta collect it up, put it back in the ship,
Okay.
and avoid diving into it, Scrooge McDuck style.
I rolled an 18 on one of the dice and a 1 on the other for mobility. So the big ass Titan landed. Just like you guys have not seen a more graceful landing by Deth before.
My God. Did I die? Have I died yet? Because I'm pretty sure I have never seen you land like that. Usually you a clunky ass piece of shit.
Well, I was watching these two and I did whatever they didn't do.
That was like a ballerina. You done pirouetted yourself into that. God damn. Good job.
Well, don't give me credit yet. Let's see if I can. He pulls out this blade, and it looks so small in the fist of Deth. It's like this. It's a small little knife size. All right. Let's see.
The other two have disappointed me already.
That's another mobility straight up 1 roll. You're muted, Karen.
Damn it. You've done this before, so yeah, straight 1 roll mobility.
Okay, can I do a system check to see where the best location to put it in that I won't hit some of this mineral, this ore?
Sure. Yeah, give me a systems check.
Yep, 9 out of 15.
Okay, with that, I'll give you advantage on your mobility roll.
Uh, 17 and 16. Still good rolls for D&D.
And I'll need a d4.
Two.
Okay, so when you find a nice area, you know this is probably the best spot to go for it, to try to carve out some of this ore. But as your blade starts humming and goes to frequency, it's like it almost jumps out of your hand and it doesn't hit where you want it to hit. And it just kind of slams into the asteroids, the crust, and this one explodes on you. And you are going to get 5 points of fire, basically, is what comes out of where this blade slammed into. You could hear like the orborite kind of crack and it exploded in your face. 5 points.
I can use armor, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So you see, yet again, he has this retractable shield that just comes down almost like I guess like a bulletproof vest, like a bit of armor, and that gets blown off, and he moves it out of the way, and then his armor scored his chest plate. All right, let's try that again. As I said, Belle, you probably don't want to stand too close. And first thing, I'm going to put on the energy shield. Let's see.
You show us poor simple folk how it's done again there, Bear?
Hey, I didn't say I was precise in these things. This is too fine of a work, but hey, I can take the damage. And as he starts up the energy shield again, you hear the reactor working hard, and then it sort of fizzles out a bit, and I rolled a 1.
Oh no.
All right. Still have advantage on to try this again?
Yeah.
So like, see, that's what I get for helping you first. I should have put the shield on the energy shield on myself first and gone in. Okay, even if that was disadvantage, the highest was a 9, so that's still under.
So this time you manage to keep hold of the blade and it does what you want it to do. And you carve out a fair, let's say probably a foot-sized chunk, let's say, out of the ground. You pull this out and it's a lot heavier than you were expecting it to be for what it looks like. But as you flip it over and you see where the crystals are attached to the crust, it's almost like they're growing out of it. Where you've made your incision, the crystals look dead. They look like glass almost. But inside, these ones kind of glow red. They almost pulsate with light on it. You have a big chunk of orborite, red orborite.
Belle, you want to take this? You have the hands of a surgeon compared to me. At least in the mech.
Well, we probably should set up some type of staging area to collect as much as we can. Because I think you're holding enough money to buy a spaceship right now, son. we are gonna be rich. I think we need more than just one of those.
Well, I can go again. I know how to do it now. Maybe. Just next time we're going to buy bigger tools.
I don't think bigger is the right choice here.
Well, a longer handle at least. All right. I guess I'll go again. Are you happy now, Commander?
Of all the people that could have made me happy, I did not expect it to be you, Bear, on this mission. Good job, boy. Now let's bring that back in and not fumble it around and let it float out into space, huh?
Who's going to take it back? And I'll stay here. I don't want to take off and land again.
Let's see if we can't get some sort of tether situation going back so you guys don't have to leave.
I'm on my way back down. I can bring it.
All right. Let's do it.
Vance, what are you doing? You're Midas now, right? What's your back name? Midas
Yeah.
Lance. What is Midas Lance doing right now in his vantage point?
In the cockpit, you hear. I come from the land of the ice. Looking out into the cold void of space, kind of like letting the meteor drift a little bit, so he's like getting a better vantage across this asteroid field, kind of like drumming on his dash. I'm quote unquote lookout. I'm maybe not doing the best job, but
You enjoying yourself over there, Vance? I mean, I don't blame you. They're doing a fine job down there without you. However, seeing as you said you were, I believe you said you were the best last time, right? Seems to be
Commander, we were
not
hunting
a
crabs.
sitting about, not a sitting about and watching this time.
Do you want me to shoot the Ouroborite? I don't know how much you know about the stuff, but I can assure you, I can
enlighten me, please.
I can send those 3 mechs down there straight to hell.
No, please don't.
I don't advise that. No, you keep being a lookout. Good job. Now, if there are any sort of them cheaters out there that want to, get up in their faces and make life hell, you know what to do then.
Quote unquote, report all chitheads straight to hell.
Exactly, boy. Good job. You remember my speech.
It was a good
Surprised
one.
you actually listened.
Oh, I'm always listening to your speeches, Captain. I just always have to give a witty response to everything you say.
Is that in the contract you signed when you signed up for me?
You let me write it, sir.
That I did. Regret that immediately.
As you should.
Young, entitled child. All right, go back to listening to your music. If that cheater comes back, if any of them things pop their heads up out of there, you know what to do.
I will give you the chitter chatter, sir. You see, you hear him turn the radio like all the way back up. Come from the land of the ice and snow of the midnight sun where the hot springs blow.
All right. Y'all 3 okay down there? How much longer you want to sit out?
Enough time to get some money. Going back in, trying another cut, sir.
All right, Belle. It's you can take another turn. Go ahead. I'm going to stay close to you.
All right. It's mobility, right? I think first I'm gonna, seeing Bear run his scan sweep last time. I think Belle is gonna err on the side of caution there and do a sweep to make sure that he can, bring up the outline on his HUD, outlining where the crust lines are to cut through around the crystal, give himself a pattern to trace, as it were.
Perfect. So make me a systems check.
Okay. Yes, that is a 5 out of 14.
Okay.
Yes.
So you will have advantage on this one as well. And if you could roll me a d4 as well, please.
Oh, yes. D4 landed a 4.
Okay.
Okay. And advantage for the mobility to cut,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Don't fail me now. Nice. 2 and a 7. They both pass out of a 13. So it's a 2 of 13.
Nice. Okay. So
Yes.
it's like you've got the hang of it now. You know what to do. And so you carve gently around, following the jagged cracks of this crust. And when you're done, and you pull out this, again, probably we'll say about a foot-sized chunk, and you flip it over, there's less dead crystals on your cut. It's almost like you managed to fracture them right where they really wanted to be. And this entire chunk is glowing green.
Nice. Hot damn. I didn't know money was so heavy. Y'all seeing this? Woo.
What, you want me to pick it up for you, old man?
Oh no, hands off. Hands off.
So I would like
Baby's mine.
everyone, I would like Gregor and Bear to make me a systems check. Vance, and you can do it at disadvantage because you're kind of looking in a different direction. Grayson, you can also make me that systems check because you have their
System
HUDs.
check at disadvantage or regularly?
You're regular, yeah.
Regular, okay.
Belle is
All right.
entirely focused on the crystal he's holding, looking the thing over.
I got a 7 over 10.
Okay, so it looks like you all made it. You all were successful. So Belle, while you were carving, so you're intent on doing that, everyone else noticed that the red orborite chunk started to pulsate and glow as your reverberating blade kind of hit a certain pitch, and it glowed extremely bright. And then as your blade went past that pitch, it died down again to the regular, just small pulsing glow of the red.
So you said normally it's red, the crystals? But
the crystal you harvested was red, had a slight red glow to it. But as Belle was carving into the one that he was working on, it glowed a much brighter red momentarily before it died back down again. And Belle's is green.
You guys see that? Looks like they're reacting to your blades or something.
Yep, that's what it looks like.
I don't know. I just saw that mine looks like it's about 17 kilograms bigger than Bear's.
Let's
all
not
fine.
measure each other's stones, eh? I just want to make sure we get them up here.
Yeah, Gregor is working on trying to get the one that Bear had cut loose and try to get it back to the ship. I don't know if I've recovered from being thrown off of this thing or not.
I'd say absolutely you have. Are you taking it back yourself, or are you setting up some sort of...
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, like, I guess I probably have some kind of way to like cycle out from bullets on my machine gun to like one, like basically like a piton. So it's got like, an eye hook on the back or whatever. And he's going to kind of go over and make sure that it's the rock, the crust side, and kind of put the barrel of this gun kind of straight up against this thing. And there's just kind of this loud thump as this piton's kind of driven down into the crust of this thing. And then he calls for, he's going to use his own hook. He'll use his own hook, unhook it, and hook it onto the piton of this chunk, and then just kind of grab on with these two little smaller arms to the cable itself, and say, "All right, I'm ready to be reeled back in. I got Bear's piece of rock here."
All right, no, I'll kind of swivel the chair to Gregor's space, and then I'll kind of look, and I will attempt to reel him in. Do you need me to roll anything for it, or just
no? That'll just happen. It'll
press
just
button crane in. Okay,
exactly.
Okay.
Hey, Hex, when you come back out, bring we got some mesh bags we use for some of the parts collection for all them critters and stuff. Why don't you bring some of them out? We'll just fill them suckers up, leave them hanging right on our mechs.
Sounds
Nice
like a good
big
plan.
harvest.
You got it.
Grayson, it's while you are reeling in Gregor that all of a sudden the lights kind of all in your ship start going off. Sirens, klaxons, they're just flaring, and you look down at the screen and you realize 3 ships are approaching. You now have company. And this is where we're going to take a break, and we will be back shortly. So 5:10, and we'll see you soon.
Oh man, this is awesome.
I'm glad you're having fun.
It just got really dangerous. Ships coming in and we're holding exploding money. Or, but it's going to be money.
It's going to be money. If you can live that long, right?
If we live that long. Oh, man. Yeah, super fun. This stuff is really dangerous.
It super is. Yep.
Okay, we just have to figure it out while being shot at.
We gotta chitter it out.
Chitter it out. Like that chitter chatter.
That was so funny.
I have a question.
Sure.
If we keep with this amazing role playing and preventing you from running the story, do we get another session?
I was banking on the amazing roleplay, so.
Yeah, I have to admit, I kind of expected it was going to happen. Like, you guys are awesome. So,
Okay, this is weird. Did it happen for anyone else? Joe, you and Chad. Hold on. You and Chad switched. No, actually, I think everyone switched.
It
Yeah,
has to do with shutting off the cameras.
Yeah, if you shut off
Oh.
your camera, it deletes you basically from the gallery view, and then.
It just, yeah, Karen, you and I are the only one, I guess, only two in the same position. You're in my top left, and I'm top center.
Yeah.
weird. On my screen, I'm still in the same place. Karen's in the same place, and you guys like swapped.
Are you top center? Is everyone top center?
I only have two. Like I have 2 across, 3 down, so I'm at the top right.
Oh, because I'm going with the 6. That's yeah.
Yeah, I think my screen size, because I have the chat open, it
Yeah,
pops it down to a 2x3 or 2 wide, 3 tall.
that's exactly. Yeah, mine too.
I have a pop-out chat. I have it on my other screen.
So fancy. I have a pop-out chat.
Some people get 2 screens. Some of us have to
Oh,
do
you know,
just
it's-
one.
Vance has 3 screens.
So
Of course, Vance does.
I
I'm
got
surprised he only has 3.
So you got character sheet, character, other players' names. I got the chat. So
Skook 'em.
My second screen has the special ship actions, and it's an iPad.
Right.
It's my external screen.
I likewise have that same setup.
I got used to a second monitor, and even if it's small, I need a second one now. I don't think I can go back to just one. I got spoiled.
I agree. I wish I have 2 at work, and so this is really hard for me to have just a little one here. So I think we're just waiting for one, and then we can get going.
Chat again. Chad late again, so I don't know.
Right now, he's delaying our, immediate demise. So it's okay.
Right? He's letting you live longer. That's exactly it.
I'm holding a high-test explosive that's worth a whole lot of money. And there are ships coming in. Like, he can take some time. Belle's actually not even aware of any danger whatsoever. He's still just looking at this thing and knowing that he is in a massive cavern full of them. And for all he knows, this whole gigantic asteroid is packed full of loot.
Now, I don't have the other sheet handy, the other one you did, Karen. it's easier for us. I'm just trying to remember. It's easier for us to hit a ship, but we do less damage in the mechs?
No. Okay, so mechs damage ships the same as the ships can damage the mechs. Like that damage is kind of just straight across. If you were a pilot, however, mech and ship damage would just outright obliterate you. And if you're a pilot, you can do no damage to ships and mechs. However, yes, it is harder for ships to hit mechs and pilots.
So even Bear would have a hard time hitting the ship? Okay, fine.
Bear will have the same...
I meant Bear the pilot.
Bear the pilot would probably hit the ship, but it would do no damage. But yeah, but the ship will have a harder time hitting Bear.
Yeah, it looks like mech can subtract 2 from their defense roll against ship weapons.
Yeah, and pilots can subtract 4. However, you're also hit dice is going to play into it. You guys are hit die 3, so if they are
Now,
higher.
Just a quick thing. Is the suit we don't have like a 0G suit on. The mecha is our 0G suit?
Yes, technically. And
Okay.
I envision too that it has minimum thrusters as well. So even if you, like, I know you guys have always tied yourselves to the ship, you've got that lifeline. But if for some reason it's broke or you're flying off into space or whatever, you still have minimal thruster power. Like you're not just going to float to your death.
So
Right, like little maneuvering jets.
Yeah.
So even if I destroy my reactor.
Yeah, if you destroy your reactor, however, then you are
Then I am
basically
dead.
floating in space. Yeah.
All right, 2 actions. 1, repair. Can I repair the reactor from inside?
So basically it would be like the disabled mech. So sorry, overheated mech. So if your reactor goes down, then you take a full turn to expel your heat. And then you lose the overheated and your I don't know if your reactor die goes back up. I think it still stays at your D4. Yeah, it stays at your D4 until you have a rest. But so basically you lose a turn to expel the heat.
Oh, okay. So it becomes overheated, and then once you skip the turn, then it becomes disabled?
No, you're disabled if you go to 0 hit points.
Oh, okay. So overheated. So I'm at. It goes back to a D4 then?
Yeah, it stays as a D4. So if your reactor die is a D4 and then you roll a 1 or a 2, that's when you go overheated. But your reactor die is going to stay at a D4.
And so can it be fixed while in the mech? Like,
not unless you have an ability to do so.
Okay, so I can't do a. Okay, so I can't do like a system check. Okay.
No, you stay at the D4.
Heal small amounts of hit points as the engineer, but not too huge.
Yeah, and I think there is it's either a chassis ability or it's a pilot ability that will heal reactor die, but it's not.
It's the striker.
I have it. It's called reactor charge. I have to be close.
Yeah. So that's the only way you can increase your reactor during, like, without resting.
Yeah, I have to be close to do the heal. It's basically I trade one of my armor points to heal 2 hit points to any close mech.
Yeah.
And then the reactor one is you have a chance of dropping yours down one to fix someone else's, or maybe yours, I guess.
Okay, I guess we are all back, so we will start this. Grayson, your control pad just lit up like a Christmas tree. What are you doing?
Oh, shit. Boys, I'm going to need y'all to get back up here fast or get yourselves in fighting modes. We got ships on our periphery. I'm not happy about it. Shit. All right. Y'all still hooked to the tethers? It may be a bumpy ride if you're not inside.
Have I made it back to the ship yet?
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. I didn't know if I was in the right window or not. I would say you were probably getting very close to the ship, to the hangar door, if you will, the airlock.
Yeah.
So,
but still outside.
You're still outside, but you could be inside if you want to. You could move inside.
So whenever he's, pardon me, whenever he's made this announcement, Gregor's going to say, I'm still hanging on, but I'm not tethered. Why? What's you say there's ships inbound?
Yep, we got ships. How many? Let's see. And he'll look at the screen and how many, Karen?
How many?
Looking at. Hold on. I'm taking a count.
There's more
3.
Shit. 3 of them inbound.
Damn it. Yeah, he's going to kind of like start like using these little small prehensile arms to like start like hand over handing on this cable to try to get back in faster.
Belle, I really hope you got that warp drive fixed.
Well, she's tip top. Hell, what I'm holding right now could buy 2 or 3 more warp drives.
All right, then let's take what we got and let's see if we can get out of here.
I think that sounds like a plan. And I think at that moment, Belle is going to flip on his cloaking field, which will kind of give him hide. I just got to roll my reactor right quick. D8. Cool. Roll the 6. Reactor is steady. And I've kind of shimmered off light reflection. However the cloaking field works. I move into hide. Whoop.
Vance, give me eyes. How far away are they?
We got about a minute tops. They're incoming.
Yep. Figured as much. All right. Boys, if you're not inside, we're going to make evasive maneuvers. You better hold on tight.
If you make evasive maneuvers while we're all tethered, well, I can give you better reasons why not to do that.
And I can give you better reasons why you want to survive. You want to live? We better get moving. Unless you figure to fight these ships. You can do that if you like.
I think like Gregor kind of lands in the cargo bay finally, and he immediately kind of like jogs over in his mech still with these like large, huge clumping like steps, and he runs straight over to where all of these tethers are kind of on their spools, and he just starts throwing levers like on all of them to reel them back in just as fast as he can.
In preparation for them to be arriving, he knows he's kind of dead in the water right now until all of them get back to the ship. So he's not going to move, but I am going to then, I think Grayson's going to immediately move to the room that has the chain gun or whatever is not like if there's more of a blaster than like the big heavy gun, then I think he's going to move to that space.
Yeah, your ship is equipped with plasma cannons, so you could go there.
Absolutely. So he'll move to all right, boys, I'm going to move to the plasmas. We're kind of dead in the water till you boys get in here.
So it's about this time when those incoming ships are now close enough. You can see that there's two in front and there's one behind you. And as you're reeling those that are still outside back in, shots fire from one of the lead ships in front of you.
Heads up!
Across your bow. They don't target your ship. They go wide. It's almost like on purpose. More maybe like warning shots. And then your comms light up as they hail you.
If there's a way for me to access that from this place, from the gun turret, I'll access it. Who the hell are you? What do you want?
And on your comm screen pops this image. Who I am is not important, but what I want, I want what you've got. And you're going to give it to me.
Nah, sweet little lady. Normally, I'd take that as flirting, but unfortunately, I have a crew. We've achieved our mission, and I believe we are getting the hell out of here, whether you like it or not.
I would rethink your plans there, Captain. You're not getting out of here. Not anytime soon. That cargo, that's ours now. We can do this the hard way, or you can make it nice and easy and live.
I like the living part, but I don't necessarily like some young lady coming up into my territory and telling me what I need to give her. Understand? So, first of all, I'd like to know who you are. What's your name?
So it's the hard way you're opting for. Is that what I'm taking by this reckoning?
If you've noticed anything about me and my crew, we don't do anything the easy way.
That just before the comms go out, you hear her turn. All right, boys, light them up. So, roll initiative, please.
What do you mean roll?
Initiative. So that is, I believe it's system or mobility. Your choice, which one you want to use. So if I'm reading that correctly, there was 3 passes and 2 fails. Okay, so we've got 3 PC slots, then the enemy's turn, and then the other 2. So you guys get to choose who you want to go first and what you're doing. First PC slot.
Captain, I got the shot. Permission to fire.
Fire away.
So this asteroid kind of comes back in its rotation, and you see first the end of a barrel, and then as it continues on, you see the barrel run up the length of Midas Lance's left arm, the chamber along the outside glows a golden light and charges at the end, firing. I got a 3/11.
Nice, because you guys are at a disadvantage. If you're in your mech, you need to add 3 to your die roll.
6/10 or 11.
Yeah, so you hit. Which one are you aiming for?
I would imagine the two that are tailing us. You said there's 2 on one side. I'm shooting at that one of the 2.
Okay, so so there's 2 in front of. If you guys were to take off, you'd run into 2 of them, and there's 1 behind you. So
I'd be shooting at one in
of
front.
those. Okay, and how much damage do you do?
Well, I'm reckless, so I'm going to drop my AC by 2 and add an extra damage die for a total of 7 points of damage. And I bypass shields with my plasma weapon.
That is perfect. Okay, so your aim flies true, and you see part of the ship kind of explode as you nail it. That'll bring us to the next PC slot.
Whoo! I got a hit, boys.
Are you moving or doing anything else? I should ask.
I'm going to use my other action to cloak. I have to roll reactor, which I rolled a 3.
Okay, then that'll bring us to the next PC slot.
You want to go, Jeremy? Was it? I think you got it.
Yeah, absolutely. So like all these things are now activated, and they're kind of reeling everybody in as much as they can. Gregor has in T-Hex has gone over to kind of the back open portion of this cargo bay, where you can see these 2 ships kind of coming up from behind, or the one ship coming up from behind them. And he's going to kind of move over to the edge of this bay and kind of latch down with these magnetic locks kind of in the feet of his mech. And he kind of braces and says, all right, he ain't coming. And he is going to loose a missile barrage. I can target near and far. Is that within range?
Yeah, these would be considered far for your mech. Yeah.
So they should be able to be targeted. I am also going to be recklessly attacking, so I'm going to drop my AP, my armor points by 2, and roll 1 additional damage dice for a total of 5d4. Ooh, okay, so it's 10 and 3, 13 points. And I have to roll my reactor, which is a d8, a 6. So my reactor's stable.
So you fire this missile barrage, and that back ship lights up as each one of those missiles deals damage to the shields that is on the ship. And you can see how it like the missile hits it. Energy pulsates from it as it explodes, leaving the ship behind much weaker than it was before.
And Bear's reactor is still the one that's somewhat hindered?
Yeah, it's at a D4.
Okay. So as my second action, I'm going to basically jump out and grab a hold with one of these little arms onto the cable that's attached to Bear, and basically just start like sliding down the cable to get closer to him. I don't know what range it'll put me in.
Karen, are you frozen? She doesn't look like she's moving for me.
She's not moving for me either, but she's doing screen sharing stuff, so I don't know. Yeah, her
It may
video.
have slowed stuff down, but
All right, might be. Yeah, she's frozen on my end too.
Yeah, and I'm not hearing her either. We can't do it, Captain. We don't have the power.
We need to get these dilithium crystals hooked up to the warp drive.
Yeah, she messaged us on Facebook. She
Uh-oh.
like she froze.
Oh no.
Oh no.
She dropped. Hopefully this doesn't.
We're still live.
Yeah. I think sometimes it'll stay live until there's like a certain amount of time that passes.
Okay. Joe and I have a crazy idea.
I like
Oh
it.
yes.
Yeah. So
Good crazy. Potentially.
let's hope so. Jeremy, you have a crystal, or no? You sent it along on its own.
As far as my understanding goes, I managed to get it back into the cargo hold, is what it sounded like.
Yep.
Okay, that's good because you might have another crystal to deal with in a moment. Because I don't know if you want it in my hands. Especially since if my gun works, I'll do more damage with it. Well, D6 plus 2. I don't know.
We should send like pieces of the meteorite at these ships.
What? If this crazy plan works, might be
Oh.
sending a ship with the meteor. Not the big one.
Well,
One of the smaller ones.
Well, there's the special action that we're going to be doing, and then if I attack and hit, I can make another attack. So I won't be moving very well, but maybe I'll do some damage.
All right. Well, I'm fully prepared to be the missile weapon in one of those attacks. in my hidden state. I'm at the end of the line that looks like it's pulling something, but is empty. Can't miss me.
All right, Karen is rebooting her computer now.
Cool. Yeah, this is totally fun.
I mean, either way,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what happens, we should finish this. Whether or not like it stays on YouTube or if we go dark, we should finish it out.
Well, she'll probably be able to. We'll just go live again. She wants us to role play our hearts out.
Okay.
All right. So we've still got 3 ships. 2 of them have been damaged.
I believe. What did she say about the initiative order? There was 2 PC slots, so
We got 1 more.
We have
one
3.
more.
Yeah,
We have 3. 3
Yeah.
PCs go.
I'm
There
next.
you go.
About to do something stupid, but
Okay.
and then I'm gonna attack. But then that if I hit the first time, then I do a second attack, and then I end up disadvantage on mobility test to avoid enemy attacks. So it better work.
So, Cap, you made friends. Sounds like
I mean, yeah. I suppose.
you just make friends with everybody everywhere you go.
Yep. They all hate me.
To be fair, if they were our friends, they're not anymore. I shot them.
I mean,
Well, I did too.
we had an opportunity, but then she said she wanted to take our things, and I'm not a very big fan of them.
Well,
just
I
coming
hate
in.
when people take.
I
my
know.
thing.
I hate it too.
Maybe when we're done, you can get a date out of this, Commander.
I think you should have given her the crabs and let us walk off with these crystals.
Yep, that was what I was hoping for, is just to give her crabs there, Bear.
There's
That's after the date. Never mind.
there's plenty of stuff around here. I don't know why they need what we got.
They don't.
It's safer to just take it from us. At least they think it is.
But they don't have to do the work now.
Well, we're going to make it difficult for them.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, when they come in range, whatever you're planning, Bear, just don't get yourself blown up, eh?
Oh, that's not my intent. Believe me. I'm not gonna, it's
not what you intend, but it might be what happens.
Well, once I start firing and not able to move, that's different. But my first, my surprise will not endanger me at all.
Yeah, well, I really hope your aim is good. Just remember, you hold tight to this crystal, because I don't want to get thrown through the air with this thing in my hand still.
Let me ask you, Gregor. You ever met this lady before?
Why the hell would you assume that I'd met her before?
Because I just assume you...
No people? No ladies?
I just assume you run around with Spitfires like that, because she seems like somebody who would just, take everything you own, leave you, walk out.
It does sound like I might know her.
Yeah, that's why I was asking.
I don't know. I'd have to see her face.
Well, I don't know if our ship would have, like, when we say comms and stuff, right? Like, I didn't know if the comms would have her face when she would respond, So, or if it was just the voice. So, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't even know how much of the conversation we actually heard.
Exactly. You don't know. But I can tell you right now, she is not a happy camper. She wants to take everything by force. And if we don't do something right now, we will be blown out of the air.
Well, my plan is to try to do that to them first.
I mean, that's you did a great job. I didn't
There's
know
holes
that.
in their ship.
Oh no. That's amazing. You did a great job. You want me to go run downstairs and pat you on the back? Is that what you want me to do?
No, if you want to get into Vance's ramen stash, apparently there's a secret one he's got hidden. Maybe squirrel some away.
I don't need to eat right now.
Maybe y'all can worry about getting squirrely with some noodles after we don't have 3 hostile ships zipping around trying to.
I'm right there with you, Belle. I'm right there with you. All right, boys, it's time to mount up. Do it again.
Okay. Belle, you ready for the fastball special?
Yeah, I'm ready. You need to take this crystal here. I don't want to get no extra blown up.
T-Hex is on his way. He'll pick it up. Ready? Which ship? 1, 2, or 3?
Let's go for one of them that's a little bit weak in the flight path. Something they already lit up. Better chance of just knocking it clean out.
All right, Karen. Deth is going to pick up Belle and throw the mech towards the damaged ship.
And I'm still in camo, or hidden camo.
Okay. Sorry, I kind of jumped out there unexpectedly. I was saying, T-Hex, you were sliding down the rope, like the tether. Because you guys had already started bringing them in and you're going down, you could have made it to him on your turn if you wanted to. Okay. So now Bear is Belle still attached to a tether?
I'm about to not be.
Okay. Sorry.
When he throws me.
Okay, so you're gonna disconnect and throw back. Okay. So Bear, you are throwing Belle.
I'm guessing that's a power check.
Yeah, give me a power check.
No advantage?
Nope.
All right.
I will assist with maneuvering thrusters.
Okay.
As needed. but still have that cloaking field kind of up.
All right. So I have to.
Don't see me coming.
And where are you being thrown to? Sorry, you're.
Oh, the damaged ship.
The one in the front?
Yeah, whichever one was the most damage.
Okay.
All right. So come on, 18 or lower.
Oh, yeah.
16. All right. So, yeah. Deth picks up this shimmering form of Belle's mech and just throws it with all whatever power's left in the reactor and right for the damaged ship. Heads up, fastball special, everyone. Good luck, Belle.
Yeehaw! And on my side, as Belle comes in close to that other mech, using ambush and kind of grappler. So ambush just gives me advantage on attacks while hidden and adds a d6 to the damage. But my intention is to use the grappler to hook on and kind of like zip over the top of the ship and pull it along and throw it towards one of the asteroids with that grapple hook and release it. So kind of, yeah, hook and throw. That's the intention.
You're aiming for one of the ships to like hook the ship, and
yeah, like as I'm flying in, like grapple hook out, pew, and then swing around over the top of the thing and throw it, hopefully into an asteroid or something.
The grappling hook. Gotcha.
Yeah, but the grappler kind of or does a little bit of damage if it hits.
All right. I still have another action, correct? Or no?
Yeah, so at this point you have just thrown Belle, right? Yeah, so you've got another action.
So I pull out Death Blossom, and I fire to the right of Belle. Actually, I'm going to choose one of the other targets so I don't accidentally hit Belle. And is there, I forget, there's no penalty, correct? I just have to get 18 or lower.
Yeah, if you're shooting a ship, there's a penalty such that because it is a higher hit dice than you. So you have to add 3 to your roll.
So I have to add. So I do have to add. Okay. So I only hit once, not twice. So I don't. The second one. Okay. So the first hit, I fire, and minimum damage 3 with Death Blossom, and then the second hit would miss because I got a 16, so it's 19.
Okay, yeah. So the first hit, again, you light up its shields and do some damage. I just assumed that you were firing at the other ship that was,
Yeah, the other ship. And you know what? I'm going to do something dangerous. I'd like to roll my reactor to fire again.
Sure.
Do I roll it first or do I shoot first?
You do the shoot first, and then you'll roll after.
2. That hits. And I'm just going to roll again to see. I hit both times.
Okay.
Or can I only? It doesn't say I can only do that once. Correct? As part of successful attack action. Yeah. So I get to do it again.
Yeah.
7 points of damage on the first hit. 7 points of damage on the second hit. Death Blossom is working again.
Yay. So again, you shoot at this ship and you light up, it lights up like in the sky, like a beacon as each of the shots kind of drains the shield's energy from that ship. The ship is still has a shield, but it looks heavily damaged. You're not quite sure how soon, but it'll fail, but you're sure it is imminent.
And you see the reactor power starts glowing a bit as I fire, but it stays steady. That's so it was 1 and 2. Were the bad? No, yeah, I got a 3.
That brings us to the ship's turns. I need. Okay, so Bear, one of the ship that you shot at is going to shoot at you. So you have to roll your mobility.
At disadvantage?
No.
Nope. Yep.
Because you. Okay, gotcha. But you subtract 2 from that roll. So in fact, you'll add just 1 to your roll because they're higher hit dice than you. And then Grayson, you're on the ship. Is anybody? Yeah. So I need you to make me a mobility as the other 2 ships are firing at your ship.
All right.
And you'll be only add 1 to the die.
Okay. Sweet though. I still got a 7 over 13.
Okay, I need you to do that twice. For 2
twice.
Yeah.
Okay. And a 3 over 13. So.
Okay. So they missed the ship twice, but Bear, unfortunately, that one looks like it's nailing you. So you're going to take some damage. 5 points as their ion cannons just find you in the darkness.
I was 5, so yep, my armor's down, but that's okay.
Okay, that brings us to PC slot. Who hasn't gone yet? We have.
All right. If I may jump in, Belle on his flight, being thrown in at the other guy. Should probably make my rolls for that.
Yes, please.
Yeah. So with the ambush, I get advantage for being hidden on the attack, and on grappler, I have to make a power roll. Come on, dice. Oh yeah, a 5 and a 16. Thank you, advantage. So with a +3, that's 8. That's still 10. That's still under my 10.
Perfect. So you describe how this is going down.
All right. First we throw. Apparently, my grappler digs in and does some damage with a bonus from the ambush. Oh shit! Yeah, that is a total of 8 damage. Roll a 3 on the D4 and a 5 on the D6. Excellent. All right. So as he's zipping through, kind of, that shimmery field disperses as this grapple hook nails into this ship, and he goes flying past it, at the full extent of that cable. And just as he starts coming around, he kind of pulls, and hits that return from the grappler can pull a target close. So as it starts pulling, he detaches to fling this thing across past him, kind of using that force to slow his momentum and pass it on to the other ship in the 0G, if that makes sense. Coming in with that force from Bear throwing him.
Perfect. Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, so you're going to try to basically shoot it off course kind of a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm getting it right. Like you're trying to knock the ship. Sounds good.
Yeah, my bad. I threw physics in here.
What are you doing? This is a game. You have another action, do you not?
Oh, right, I do.
Yeah, so you can.
Oh, sorry, real quick. I just noticed I have to roll my reactor for the grappler. Let me do that real quick. Okay, yeah, I'm fine. Roll the 5. For the second action, I think he's just going to go full move. Oh, no, that's bad. That's bad. I'm kind of floating out in the open. I'm going to attempt to reactivate my cloaking field. Oh, I guess it just activates. I just have to roll reactor.
Okay.
Doesn't say there's a roll. Reactor die goes down. I am down to a D6.
Okay.
All right, but cloaking field.
So you disappear from sight.
Can't see me.
So who is the last PC? Who has not gone yet?
Commander?
Commander.
I believe it would be probably myself.
Yeah.
So yeah, with that, Grayson will, after maneuvering the ship into place, Grayson will go back to the plasma cannon, and he will look at one of the ship from. He'll flip it around to the ship from behind, the one that's tailing them, and he will say, "I hope you like your crew now, because it seems as though my boys are still here, and yours seem to be fading fast." And he'll take that plasma cannon and warm it up and let off a plasma shot at the one that's tailing them from behind. He'll flip it around and aim it in that direction.
Okay, give me a power roll.
All right, 13 under 18.
Perfect. So you do D12.
Okay, here we go. All right, that's not bad. That is an 8.
Okay. Again, you light up their ship. It glows as its shield absorbs the attack. But it was a beautiful, solid hit.
Maybe you should rethink about your decision to come attack us. I mean, yeah, we might be 1 ship to 3, but as far as I'm concerned right now, you're at the disadvantage, not us. Good job, boys.
And that'll bring us back to the top of the order. So PC slot number 1.
This ship that had been thrown by Belle, or at least projected off course, has this gone into the vicinity of any of these Ouroborite meteors?
Yeah, they'll have to make a ability check on their turn to dodge one, because it looks like they are on a collision course with one for sure.
Well, I want to shoot it.
Perfect. Okay.
So we have +3 on the roll. Is that applicable to?
Not to a meteorite.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I bypass that with the meteor? I have advantage because my cloaking is activated.
You bet.
2 and a 9, so a total for 2. I'm gonna go ahead and drop my ace. No, I don't need to do that. That's unnecessary. 5 damage.
To the meteorite.
Yep.
Yeah, to the asteroid. Roll me a d4.
1.
Okay, so as you your shot plows into this asteroid and punches a hole, all of a sudden this like force erupts from it as it kind of explodes, and it pushes that ship that was going to collide with it. It pushes it forcefully towards the other ship that is there. This is like that big explosion. It doesn't take any damage, but it is now rocketing towards the other ship. So let Is there anything else you'd like to do, Mr.?
I am going to roll my reactor, and I'm going to fire again at the ship that was flanking us. Like whip around. Like the momentum of me shooting on this meteor is enough to turn me around, and I'm going to fire at the other one.
Okay.
So this will be +3. I rolled a 1. I'm super happy I'm not playing D&D tonight.
Dude, that's a crit. So you get to roll the double your damage.
So if I drop my armor class by 2 and add a damage die, do I get to roll 4 dice?
Yeah.
Boy. Do I even have... I don't have 4d6 here. But... All right. 11... 12 damage.
Okay.
That bypasses shields.
Okay, and that's on that one. So yes, you have delivered that one a mighty blow as part of its hull explodes in fire.
Rolled a 4 on my reactor. Nice. So Vance is out here just... Come on, boys. You gonna do anything, or is it just me?
Damn, is it like shooting fish in a barrel for you right now? Because, damn, that was good. I don't give you compliments often, but keep doing a good job. Keep doing a good job.
As he's shooting you here, taking my goddamn noodles and making them instead of me.
Perfect. That brings us to the next PC slot.
I can go again.
Do it. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get a reactor increase.
So I got to Bear this time. I'm kind of sliding down this cable with these little smaller arms in front of me. And are you still on the surface of the asteroid? No? You're being reeled in?
Yeah, he was being... I think everybody was being reeled in right from the get-go, so...
Okay. So I kind of like come to the end of this cable with like kind of a you know, as I reach the end of it. And as I get down, I lean over and let's see, what is this? Reactor charge. Okay, so I get down to him, and this magnetic cable with like this large like coupling on the end of it kind of shoots out from near my reactor and kind of like tethers out a bit, and then it kind of snakes with magnetism kind of over towards Bear and locks onto a port that's near his reactor. And I'm going to increase his reactor die 1 step. And then I have to roll my own. I got a 4, so mine stays stabilized.
Thanks for the power boost, T-Hex.
You bet. Make it count, Bear. And then as he's kind of doing that, and I think that's kind of like that's something the mech kind of is able to do on its own. It's almost like a passive thing. And as he's doing so, he's going to kind of, it comes to the end of this cable, he's going to kind of spin, and still locked on to that, the ship that's tailing us, he's going to fire another missile barrage. And once again, he is going to do so recklessly. So he'll have to roll a reactor die, and my armor points drop by another 2 points. So it puts me at 3. Okay. 7. 11 points from the missile barrage. And a 6 on the reactor die, so still good.
So as the missiles launch at it, again, you see the shields light up a little bit, and then the hull starts lighting up as you have punched through all of their shields and are now hitting their hull.
Rear ship's shields are down. She's taking damage.
All right, lady, look. You won't get back and alive. I count our ship. It's doing all right. Yours seem to be doing bad. So you want to really rethink those words of yours?
All right. I'm going to remember to put my shield on, my energy shield, in case I get hit again. My reactor stays charged. And I will shoot the ship that's almost where the shield is down. Lost the dice. Okay. All right. So it's a plus. I add 1 to my roll, you said, for trying to shoot a larger ship, or is it?
No, when you're shooting, you're at plus. You have to add 3.
I have to add 3.
Yeah.
Okay, that still hits with the chain gun, and 8 points of damage maximum.
Which one were you aiming at?
The one that the shields went down.
So the one in the rear of the ship?
Yes.
Yeah. So you did 8 damage. Okay, another nice blast of fiery bits as part of the ship is probably expelled into space from that hit. That is your... Is that 2 actions from you?
Yeah, that was the energy shield and that was a hit. Let's roll again. Aggressive approach. That should hit as well. That was lower. And let's see. Almost max. 7 points of damage as I shoot again. And you just see him raking the area across the ship and then coming back the other way.
So you probably... this nice line of fire as it goes down, and a big chunk of that ship has broken off and is twirling out into space. Brings us to their turn. Grayson, you hear the comms come alive again as she's, yelling orders to her crew, just as they realize that their 2 ships are kind of on a collision course at this point. And her witty remark is kind of cut off to you, and she's no longer focusing on you, but you can see the panic and the smoke that's happening in that ship as she's yelling out orders to her crew. And her ship makes evasive maneuvers and manages to get away from the ship right before it hits, but the other ship was not so lucky, and in its kind of spin that it's got going here has managed to slam into another asteroid. And if somebody can roll me a d4, please.
2.
Yeah, that one, as it hits, lights up in a red fireball explosion. And this ship is lit up. As you can see, parts of it start to go on fire too from this explosion of it hitting the asteroid that it was on. The ship behind has got its full weapons aimed towards your ship. And I need you to make me a system check, please. Also, anybody on the ship and in or so I guess this will be Bear and T-Hex. You are close. Vance, where are you at in the scheme? Like, whereabouts are you in the space?
I feel like I'm kind of jettisoning through this void in between the ship and the asteroid I was on, as like the tether's pulling me, but I'm also kind of propelling myself with.
Okay, so you're going to be caught in this as well. So Grayson, if you could roll for the ship.
Okay.
Everybody, you will all need to roll a system check, please. The ship.
Okay.
The ship
Okay,
has
so-
to add 1, and everybody else needs to add 3, except that you are back, so you subtract. So you're only adding 1. Everybody's just adding 1.
Well,
and Belle, you're not in this.
I would have passed if I didn't have to add, but I rolled a 9, so a total of 12.
You're only adding 1 because you're a mech.
All right.
Oh,
Cool.
I still failed. System's 10.
Oh,
7/12.
I got a 6 out of, you said it's a mobility
no, system.
system. Okay, 6 out of 16.
Okay, so those of you who have failed, so I think it's actually only Midas and Vance,
did
right?
Belle and Vance fail?
No, Bella's off by the other
Oh.
ships.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
right. So just
Um,
us. Okay. So
yeah.
it was only Vance.
So you will need to roll your reactor die, please. As they let out an EMP pulse all of your systems basically started to kind of go haywire and shut off. Most of you were able to get your systems back online. Vance, yours took a little bit longer. Were you okay with your roll?
You asking me?
Yeah, you need to roll your reactor die.
Gotcha. I'm good.
Okay. So that was them. It is at this point that, I don't have the picture open, a bright light appears in the sky just off the side of the one ship that collided into the asteroid. Sorry, everything closed when my computer went down. I have to get them all back up again. Okay, sorry. So just as that ship hit the asteroid and lit up the sky in an explosion, another light off in the distance kind of started. And it seemed to be small, and it expanded, and then all of a sudden some form came flying out of it, massive. And before you even realized, it was right on top of that other ship, and it basically flew through it, cleaving that ship in two. Before it could do any sort of reaction. What you now see in space around you. Sorry, I lost the picture. Is a giant star serpent flying through the sky. This creature is massive. It makes your ships look tiny. It's probably about the same size as that dreadnought that you had seen previously a few days ago. It has just basically flown and eaten through one of the ships that is against you. And with that, we will go to the next PC slot.
Y'all see that?
Yeah, I don't mean to be an alarmist or anything, but there is a giant space worm floating around out here.
Yep.
He just ate a ship.
Saw that too.
Could we maybe hurry up our retreat a little here?
Well, I would, but I believe Belle is out there free floating like a jackass.
I'm on my way back. I think I peed a little. Oh my God. That thing is, I can't, like, there's just size. My God, the size. And Belle is using all his actions, maneuvering thrusters, and just garbled nonsense coming over the comms.
All right, boys.
It's massive. Its eyeball is bigger than my mech.
All right. Listen up. I think I have a plan. Y'all need to listen to me. I'm going to go dark. I need you to get inside, and then we're going to jump to hyperdrive. But if it can't see us, if we go dark and it can't see us, maybe it'll focus on the other ships. Maybe a better chance of getting out. What do you think?
Just don't go so dark that I can't see you. Hell, you can't even see me. Goddamn this cloak and field. I'm so goddamn terrified right now. I don't want to turn it off because then it might see me. Oh my God.
Your mech is going to be full of rust when it gets back, ain't you? Because you pissed it so much, ain't it?
You come out here in a mech and look at that thing and try to hold your bladder.
It ain't my fault. You're going to have to clean your own mech. I ain't doing it for you. But we need to get ready to go. I mean, that thing is... Shit, I ain't never seen that. You ever seen one of them? The hell they going to call that? Vance, you good at naming. What are we going to call that thing?
That's going to be a Vance worm.
A Vance Lance? All right, that's cool. I like it. The Vance arm is good. Do it. All right, well... Before it advances on us, I say we get the hell out of here.
Roger that.
So how close are these tethers from pulling everybody in, other than Belle?
I would say in one round, like on your turn, you could be in your ship. You'd be within like kind of close range at this point. So close ship range, which is kind of like far mech range, but one round you'd be inside if that's what you're.
Okay.
Yeah. If you just let the winch do it itself, if you climb, you could be in there faster.
Karen, I'd like to, if it's agreeable with the crew, I would like to attempt to start going dark with this ship, because the darker we can get, maybe we won't be noticed. Maybe we'll look at like a derelict ship out in the middle of nothing, and it won't come attack a ship that isn't, actively moving.
Okay, gotcha. So just so I know, so we have two PC slots that were after their turn. One was going to be Belle, and I believe it's Grayson that hasn't gone yet this round.
Yeah.
Okay, so Belle, you've spent your entire turn trying to get back to the ship, right?
Yeah, and I think we have to roll reactor for doing the same action twice, right?
Yeah.
So I have to do one reactor roll for that, because I'm spending them both on move. All right, cool. Holding steady at a D6.
And you're at about, if you do that again, you would be at the ship.
Okay.
You'd have to spend a whole nother turn doing nothing but move. But
yep, that sounds good to me, because I'm looking at that same picture.
Okay, and so then, Grayson, on your turn, you're going to start shutting.
I'm going to start shutting systems down, but just enough to keep us afloat. All unnecessary systems will be shut down for the time being until everyone's in, and then I am powering that hyperdrive like a kid that went in on a crane machine. Like, just bam, hit that crane machine, draw us back in, end the story.
Okay, I'm not going to make you roll for shutting down your system, your ship going dark. I'm just assuming you know how to do that, and you will be doing that.
Yep, okay. I'm going to work on that for the time being.
So that brings us...
don't forget to lock in a waypoint there, Captain.
Good idea.
Before we jump.
Where you want to go? Where you want to sell this?
Anywhere but here.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, let's see. How about... How about the Aurora Crater? Sound good?
That sounds beautiful. Heard that very nice drinks there, and we could spend plenty of our crab money there.
That's great. All right. Aurora Crater it is.
And no mythical giant goddamn space creatures.
All right, so that brings us to the top of the order. Who's going to take the first PC slot?
Midas want to go? Are you in the ship yet?
Yeah, how far away from the ship am I? The tether has been going for like 2 rounds? 1 round?
Yeah, it's been going for a couple of rounds. So you, without doing anything yourself, you're going to get to the ship this round from the tether. You could speed it up if you wanted to move, or you could do something else.
What are the status of the other 2 ships? One got eaten?
Yeah, so there's still the ship behind you. It's looking really bad. It's flaming in all sorts of places and probably is not much left to it. There's one ship that looks almost untouched, except for the few shots that you've punched through and did damage to it, and the other ship is obliterated.
Then the one that's not on fire, I would like to try and make that one on fire.
Okay.
16/10.
Nope.
I'll roll my reactor fire again.
Okay.
Reactor goes down 2. But we got a 2 on that one.
Nice.
I'm glad I'm not playing D&D. I'll drop my other 2 AC points. Why not? 11 points of damage.
Okay, so those delivered solid hits straight through to the hull, and parts of that ship are now on fire. And you are at the ship.
All right, boys. I'm hitting the showers.
Brings us to the next PC slot.
T-Hex, are you grabbing the... Did you grab the crystal or the ore or whatever it was?
I have it. Do you still have it?
I guess it was here. Did we grab it, or is it still accessible, Karen?
Yeah, I left it with you because I didn't want to get thrown at a ship holding
what was it?
Material.
Was that a mundane action to grab it?
I would say so, yeah.
Okay, then I would have. Okay, you want to go next, or? Okay, I'll go next. Am I going to be on the ship at the end of my turn? Okay, then I am going to shoot. The ship that is less damaged. If we were playing D&D, I would have gotten a crit fail.
So that's a crit success then.
Yeah, and how does that work again?
Okay, so you double your damage.
Okay, so D6 3, 5, so 10.
10. Okay, so you hit that ship and its shields light up, absorbing pretty much all of that hit, but the shields are much, much weaker now.
All right, aggressive approach. Get my second attack in. What do I add again? Do I add to it or?
+3.
That's still under. And 7 points of damage as I shoot again.
Okay, their shields are still holding, but they have definitely been hit and hurt.
All right, I'm going to do a second actual attack. Second attack action. Oh, yeah. And that's a hit. I'll just roll again to see if I hit aggressive approach again. And nope, I missed the second time. So the damage, only a 4. And I just start firing everywhere. And it's like trying to keep an eye on that flying creature. That creature, so I'm not getting a good, not doing a lot of damage, but at least I'm hitting it.
Yeah, and that last hit, you can see that it punched through into the hull, and so their shields are down. And you are now find yourself at the ship, and that brings us to the next PC slot.
Come on, T-Hex, get your ass in here.
I'm right behind you. I would already be on the ship if I wasn't out here saving your ass.
Oh, and as I start, my reactor starts to overheat as I start firing like crazy, and it goes down. I rolled a 1.
A lot of good it did. So seeing that Bear is back on the ship, T-Hex, he's looking for Belle and sees that he's on his way, but he's still a ways out there. The moment that Bear disconnects, he grabs the tether cable, attaches it onto himself, and he runs across like the bay. And well, I guess he's not there yet. He's going to take the tether cable, attach it to himself, and he's going to hit his thrusters headed straight for Belle.
Okay. Belle's coming in. You're going out. I would say, okay, so in one movement, you can kind of meet to where he's at, if that's what you're.
Okay. Excellent. Yeah. Grab a hold of him. So he's going to use those the kind of 3-toed feet that he's got, the mag locks that he's got. He's actually going to kind of raise his feet kind of up in front of him, almost like a bird of prey. And like as he comes in, he's actually just going to latch on to the outside of Belle's mech and activate those mag locks on his legs. And then he's going to start trying to use his thrusters to help Belle like accelerate back towards the ship. So basically just kind of like a full reverse as soon as he latches on.
Okay, so you can get partway back with Belle. So Belle, it won't take you an entire turn to get to the ship now. That brings us to the enemy ships. Okay, the ship behind is going to send out another attack actually at your ship. They haven't, not sure they can actually really tell what's going on. They're in such disarray at this moment for themselves that they are firing their cannons at your ship. I need somebody on the ship to make a mobility check.
I will do that.
Okay.
Since I'm in the ship.
And you will add 1 to the roll.
Okay. Okay, I will take that. That's a 7 over 13.
Okay, so you manage to maneuver the ship such that the ion cannons from the firing ship just miss. Maybe they graze a little bit, but they kind of skim off your shields and do no damage to you. The other ship, the one in front, has turned its guns off of you and is firing at the creature as it flies. Delivering a nasty hit to the creature as part of the creature's body will explode in fire as the hit runs true. The creature in retaliation is going to lash out at that ship. Also connecting, so that's probably not so good for it. And knocks that ship, basically gives it a big tail swipe and sends the other ship kind of spinning through space, but they are still up and around. But that brings us to a PC slot.
Are all the mechs now in the ship? Have all the mechs reached it yet? Nope.
No.
Okay, not yet. Okay. Ooh.
Okay, so who's not inside right now?
Yeah.
Oh, the two. Okay.
Belle and him.
And when will they, on their turns, they'll be in, or?
Yeah, on their next turns they'll be in. Should be.
Yeah, Belle should probably go before Grayson does.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Get
Yep.
us on there.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
so full thruster, with the additional help of T-Hex's thrusters to get us back on our bird, get us back on the Pequod. That's my deal.
Okay, so one movement. You are now tethered, right? So one movement, you're in the ship. You can actually still do something.
All right, cool.
Or you're at the ship, I should say.
All right. Yeah, I think immediately knowing that we've got to get out of there. As they come flying in, he's going to reach over and hit the doors to close those things up, and then shaky hand go into his little cooler and pull out a can of Ensure, and just drink that thing down, and then take a shot of his hooch. Captain, we're on the boat. We're on the boat. Get us the hell out of here.
All right, everybody on? Everybody ready? Ma'am, it's been nice knowing you. You have fun with your worm. But I believe me and my boys, we're out. And he will slide his chair over to the pilot's space and just jam on that hyperdrive like there's no tomorrow and shoot them to Aurora.
So I need you to make me a systems check as you lock in the course.
Gladly. Hopefully I do it right, guys.
Well,
So the one time of the night where I have now failed you, I rolled a 16 over 12. I have straight up Shatnered us.
Well,
into,
I have a question. Why do we let him fly the ship? He never seems to get the navigation done right.
and Grayson, as you hit the hyperdrive, I need you to roll the ship's reactor twice.
All right, then. Let's see if that works. What is the ship's reactor core again?
It starts at a D10.
D10. Okay, let me go grab that D10 because I haven't had to use that all night. Hello, D10. Where are you?
All right, Commander, I'm going to be there soon. I'll plot the course. Don't start it without me.
Too late. Already done. Can't help it. Okay. What do I need to be above or below?
You don't want to roll a 1 or a 2.
Okay. Well, I got a 6.
Okay, and then roll it again.
And an 8.
Okay, so your reactor is holding fine. So as your hyperdrive whirs to life, and just before you blink out, you see behind you a gigantic fireball appear in the sky as the sky serpent punches a hole again through whatever space-time thing that however it got here, and disappears. And you can see that behind it, there are now more asteroids than there was before. And that is where we're going to end. We do not know where you guys end up, but somewhere in space, the Pequod will appear. So thank you, guys.
Thank you. That was awesome.
Oh my god, that was great. That was
amazing.
Crabs and space worm shit. We're gonna be rich, boys.
Man, if we could only have tethered that space.
We really got to fix Commander's communication system.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Or did we do that on purpose?
Before the bigger boat.
You're roboting real bad, dude.
Oh, I know. I noticed that.
I think we did that on purpose with your communication, so we don't have to listen to you.
Yeah, I mean, y'all can go ahead and captain this ship. I don't care. I don't cry over it. It's not a big deal to me, is it?
I'm fucking rich now. Fuck you guys.
Fucking rich.
Wait, wasn't your family already rich? Weren't you already rich?
Oh,
Not mine.
I'm even
Vance
more
is.
rich.
Vance is the one that, the reason I put up with this asshole is because he financed the ship. That's the whole reason.
We had to take out a second mortgage, but I could cover it. I had good credit.
I can credit on
That's why he's got so much ramen.
all that ramen he saved up.
I've been paying for it with my credit card. It really did wonders for my credit score.
You put it on your student loan bills.
I haven't paid it back.
All right,
on time
guys.
every month.
Man, if depending on how much we made from both of those hauls, we're getting a new ship.
Well, assuming we survive, we don't know where we ended up.
I know, right? If we ended up in a place we could even sell it.
Oh, we're gonna end up where the worm is going. It's gonna show up and follow us.
Well, we got plenty of food with all those giant space crabs in the hold.
Yeah.
Yep.
So here's
We won't starve to death.
bonus.
We'll just get exploded by a space worm. That's perfectly fine too. That's how I wanted it into my life.
I think we can take one of those space worms out if we focus on it instead of other ships. Didn't look that tough.
So I want to thank you all for playing, and thank you everybody who's watching or will watch the future. Thank you to my amazing players who just kind of rocked it out this week. So thank you, everyone. We can do outros. I will start with Baron.
What's up, everyone? I'm Baron. I played Vance. I shoot stuff well. Pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
Pleasure's all mine, and you definitely shoot things well, so that's good. Next, we have Paul.
Well, thanks, Karen, for running that, and thanks, guys. That was a lot of fun. I think maybe it was too much fun. I don't know. I was playing Bear, and you can find me on YouTube with Raven Rolls. You can also find me Absolute Tabletop or Frog, and actually the Raven Rolls on YouTube on Facebook as well. And thanks.
Thank you for being here, Paul. Next, we have Chad.
So I shield myself on this channel and other channels all the time. My name is Chad. I don't think I need to do the outro things, but I will. Yeah, well, like Jeremy said earlier, I am 1/3 of the Dudes of Yore. I am loving this channel right here. Karen, you are a absolutely wonderful DM, and I appreciate everything you do. Love coming to this channel and being a part of it. So if that's something that I can say, thank you for having me here. I've been your captain, Grayson Crawford, and God damn it, boys, I'm happy we survived. Don't know where we're going now, because God knows I can't fly this plane. We need to hire a pilot.
Thank you so much, Chad.
We have good pilots. It's just the problem is you are always in the captain's chair. You're the pilot. You become the pilot.
I am the captain. Therefore, my rules, my ship, my way.
All right, you need a navigator then to sit next to you.
Well, you certainly aren't going to be Barry. We know that for damn sure.
I can navigate. I can't pilot, but I guess I know I can navigate.
Thank you, guys.
I love you.
Next, we have Joe.
Hi, I'm still Joe. I'm still Belle. It's been an absolute pleasure. Like, I love playing with you guys. This has been fantastic. Karen, superbly done. Superbly done. This is so much fun. I'm having a blast. Like, putting the Mecha back in Mecha Hack. Or the I'll figure it out at some point. It's been awesome. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you. That's it.
Well, thank you for being here. It was a pleasure having all of you. And guys, like I said, you guys all rocked it. And last but not least, Jeremy.
Hello, everyone. Unlike Joe, I am no longer Jeremy. And yeah, no, I love Mecha Hack. Like I said in the beginning, these guys are fantastic to play with. Some of my favorite people. And Karen, like everyone else said, I don't know why you doubt yourself. You shouldn't. You run a wonderful game, and I've been very, very thankful to get the chance to play some more Mecha Hack. It's one of my favorite systems put out by AbTab. I do have a channel. It's called the Erasmus Expeditions. You can find it on YouTube. You can also find me with the Dudes of Yore on YouTube. I do a lot of live plays, talk about RPGs, things of that nature. And you can find me on Twitter at Erasmus14. And I am also on the Absolute Tabletop official group on Facebook. You can find me under my name, Jeremy Lilley. And yeah, I love this stuff. I love playing, and you did a wonderful job. And I loved getting to fly around in space and shoot ships and blow myself up and run from a giant space worm. So thank you very much for having me.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, everyone. You guys make it such a pleasure to run games for, and I'm glad you enjoyed that. Everybody, Mecha Hack, check it out. You should get it. It's an awesome system. Love it. And for anybody who's listed a channel, they will be down in the description below when I get to that. So check them all out. They've all got some awesome content on their channels. So thank you, everyone, and it's a night.